Hello, folks. Welcome. It's True Journalism with news you can act on with the amazing Brigitte Gabrielle. Hello, Brigitte.
Hello, Brent. Thank you. I'm delighted to be back for another week, another topic. And this week, I want to discuss our broken educational system. It is abundantly clear that America needs to make some dramatic changes on how we educate our youth. The upside down woke world we live in is largely thanks to public schools and university indoctrination centers that have warped traditional American values taught at home, that are challenged and deconstructed during the daily 6 to 7 hours of brainwashing at K through 12 public schools. Garbage in, garbage out. Vladimir Lenin said, "Give me just one generation of youth and I'll transform the whole world." America's school-age children are only one generation away from shaping our culture and policy. Most liberal activists are mobilizing to reshape our culture through lies and propaganda, to set new public policy like we are seeing with perversion of Title VI, gender fluidity, and race theory. If the last couple generations have contributed to our drastic moral decline in culture and policy, imagine what twisted upside down culture war is being minted in our children's minds attending public schools right now. Children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. The number one priority all Americans should act upon is to make a way for parents to exit public school and provide affordable educational alternatives that are more aligned with their values and provide the highest quality education possible. The left is waging war on America through a weaponized education system. It's a war of good versus evil, right versus wrong, truth versus lies, and America's children are caught in the crosshairs. The left is using children as cultural and political weapons. Universal school choice provides immediate safe haven for America's children. We need to make a calculated decision to enable children trapped in the free public school system now. Every American is funding public school. Are you paying property tax, rent, state income taxes, city taxes on goods and services, and federal income tax? Then you are funding this weaponized public school indoctrination system. Every American has a stake in this fight. In July of 2022, Act for America followed the Arizona State House Bill number 2853, billed as the first universal school choice law enacted in the United States, which expanded an existing ESA education savings account to allow all school-age children access to this ESA without restrictions or strings attached. This bill allows parents to register for an ESA savings account valued at an estimated $7,000 a year per student that includes homeschool or religious private schools, has no limitations based on household incomes or zip codes, and zero government strings like state assessments and testing, as we've seen with other state school vouchers and school choice legislation across the country. This legislation is not a state government subsidy that would be directed to private schools, and it does not provide a pathway for government control and intrusion, as many cities fears and many critics fear. For those that are homeschooling or utilizing independent micro schools that are completely independent from government school programs, this legislation poses no threat to their already successful public school exit. However, for these families struggling to make ends meet and paying per curriculum or loss of income, when a parent has chosen to give up their job to stay home and educate their children, this legislation could make a tremendous difference in their household budget. If anything changes the nature and intent of this freedom of choice, parents could simply opt out of the savings account and return to their independent status. Considering the warfare against our children, the priority must be implemented policy that immediately lifts the financial burden that is creating the obstacle for parents who largely desire to exit public school now. We created an Act Now campaign for you to take action and contact your elected officials about this issue to pass such legislation in your state. Please go to actforamerica.org and click on Act Now and take action.
Exactly, Brigitte. This is not a new problem. It seems like while there's been a clear agenda to turn our children into socialists and Marxists, they've really stepped up their efforts as of late. Just the other day, I was talking to a police chief and he said, Brant, what is a public education now? That men can have babies. It's really gotten bad, folks. And that's why so many people are choosing to homeschool their children. But there's more than that you can do. You can go to actforamerica.org and take action today. Brigitte, haven't you noticed an upsurge in homeschooling around the country yourself?
Oh, absolutely. And actually, people are taking action and we are seeing a difference. This is why it's so important to become engaged. Brent, parents sat on the sidelines for a long time thinking this could never happen in our public school. I mean, can you imagine you and I talking about teaching our little daughters that you can be a boy? Actually, you may be a boy. We're not sure yet. So if you choose to change your name and you want to get on drugs, we are allowing you to do that. And your parents don't need to know. Who would have thought in America we're going to get to this point and be discussing these disgusting issues? Right now, parents are waking up and parents are becoming engaged. And I'm so happy to share with you that in Virginia, as you recall, just in the last couple of weeks, we were launching a major campaign about school choice. And we were talking about the state wanted to sneak a lefty walk curriculum by the parents without the parents knowing about it and enforce it for the next 7 years in the Virginia school system. And they were going against Youngkin, the newly elected governor of Virginia, with his conservative curriculum where he wanted to teach the Constitution. He wanted to teach the history about George Washington, Madison, our Bill of Rights. We need this education in school. And finally, we mobilized parents who had no idea that the State Board of Education was holding these meetings to basically implement the previous governor's woke agenda. And because we mobilized the parents, right now, I'm proud to tell you that in Virginia, we were able to pass the Youngkin curriculum. And it happened in the last minute because of all the action and the awareness because of this show and our emails, that the parents of Virginia were able to take back and return integrity to education, start teaching our children about the Constitution, about the history of our founding fathers and what made America great. So I'm proud to tell you that people, when they take action, things happen. We need to become engaged. We need to take action. And that's exactly why we named this show News You Can Act On, not just to educate you about issues, but to tell you what you can do, simple decisions you can make and take action with a click of a button by becoming a digital activist. Basically, when you sign up to receive our emails, we send you emails about bills coming down for a vote. With a click of a button, you can take action. And right now, like I said, if you go to actforamerica.org and click on the Act Now, you'll see a campaign about parental school choice. And we have it introduced in many states. So wherever you're watching us right now, whatever state, whatever you are, you can take action and ensure that future generations of Americans are learning about our Constitution, falling in love with our founding fathers, falling in love with our Bill of Rights, and understanding why America is so exceptional. That's the type of education we need our kids to have.
America is exceptional. Of course, Act for America is exceptional. News You Can Act On was named that way because it's the only news show of its kind, I believe, that's still giving the facts, only the facts, in a way that you can act on the news in real time. Folks, you've been seeing at the bottom of your screen the new 1-888 number that you can stand with us financially as well with your tax-deductible donation at multiple different levels. And there's all kinds of ways to give to the cause and to take advantage of that tax deduction. The number, of course, on your screen is 1-888-999-1928. That's 1-888-999-1928. And of course, you're not only watching the show, you're also interacting with us too on Facebook. This also streams live on Facebook. And you know what, Brigitte, whenever you're ready, we also have someone that is called in to voice some words they have to encourage people as they watch News you can act on, but it's all happening right here and now.
Oh, that's great. I'd love to speak with somebody who's watching us right now who wants to make a comment.
Well, I tell you what, right now we have Lee Todd in Oklahoma City. She'd like to make a comment to you, Brigitte, regarding news you can act on. Hello there, Lee Todd.
Hello, Brigitte. I just want to say, wow, your ACT, your American Congress for the Truth, your news that you can act on has just rocked my world, and I am involved, and I just want to thank you all, especially you, Brigitte, the founder and head of ACT. I just consider you an all-American, true American heroine.
Thank you so much.
Since 9/11, when you took this thing in for America and for Americans and for our future, for our children, for our children's children, and on and on and on. I just can't thank you enough for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you, Litad. We cannot do what we do without the support of people like you, becoming engaged, taking action, standing with us financially. We are so grateful for you. And because of you and people like you, we are able to pass bills on the federal level and the state level. And like you said, you've been with us for a long time. And you know, right now we are up to 180 bills passed throughout the country on the federal level and the state level, where people like you are taking action. So I thank you for calling the show. I thank you for your engagement. I thank you for taking action. And please share this show and our website with as many friends as you can.
And folks, you're doing it. It's people like you, people like Lee Todd in Oklahoma City that are interacting with news you can act on, signing up for the free action alerts on actforamerica.org website. And of course, with your giving as well. We're so thrilled that you've been supporting this online, over the phone with the 1-800 number that you see right there, 1-888-999-1928, 1-888-999-1928. So thankful for you, the viewer, and those who are choosing to act for America.
Exactly. Patriotic Americans who are rising to the occasion, rising to stand up and defend America, rising to say, not under my watch, not as long as I have a breath. America is not going to fall under our watch. We're going to preserve it for our future generations. And do not lose hope, folks. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to tell you that we are passing bills left and right. We have passed 61 election integrity bills in the last year, just securing our elections. We have a lot of work to do between now and 2024, but we are working, and a lot of you are answering the calls, and a lot of you are standing with us. And right now, I just got handed a list of the people who stood with us that I want to thank you so much on the air for standing with us. I want to thank Dale R. From Fountain Valley, California, $100 donation. Thank you so much for standing with us. Gila L. from Davis, California, also gave $100. Thank you so much. I want to thank Chet L. from Lexington, North Carolina, who gave $25. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking action. All these people basically, by the way, donated on the Act Now campaign. So you have taken action on our Act Now campaign, and you have made a pledge. I appreciate you. Thank you, Eileen K. from Shelby Township, Michigan, who donated $25. I appreciate you so much. Thank you also new members who became members. Sheila M. from Sherrisville, Indiana. I hope I said it correctly. $20 a month member. Thank you so much for standing with us. Thank you, Susan H. from Virginia Beach, Virginia, for a $10 donation, monthly donation. Thank you so much for standing with us. We cannot do without you. It's people like you who are taking action. That's how we are passing these bills. Thank you for standing with us. You make it happen. Thank you for watching us from all over the country. I'm looking in front of me right now, and I'm seeing right now people who stood with us who are watching. Connie from Texas, Carrie from Oregon, Susan C. from Missouri, Richard S. from West Virginia, Christopher from California, Diana from Florida, Brenda from Arkansas, Joseph from Illinois, Rachel from New Mexico, Mel from New York. Thank you so much. I mean, we have so many people tuning in from all over the country. I cannot tell you how much your encouragement means to us. You encourage us as much as we encourage you. And together, we are putting pressure on our elected officials to do the right thing. And as you heard me say over and over again, if they are not willing to see the light, we are going to make them feel the heat. And thank you for taking action, for making our elected officials feel the heat. Can you imagine when they hear from people like you from Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, Oregon, Washington State, Michigan, Illinois, Virginia, all over the country, people calling them and saying, I want you to take action on this bill now. They realize, oh my gosh, there's an uproar all throughout the country. There's a rising all over the country. People are calling from all over the place. I want you to know, last week somebody called me up and they said, oh my gosh, we got 700 emails and phone calls in one morning. One congressional office called me and told me that about a bill we were pushing. And they couldn't believe that over 700 emails and phone calls and letters went in within one day to their office. They thought the whole nation is rising up. And you know what? We are rising up and we are saying enough is enough. We're not going to sit on the sideline. We're not going to just listen to talk radio and feel so, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated right now. I just want to do something. We are giving you something to do. Go to actforamerica.org, click on Act Now and take action on any of our campaigns and stand with us and become a member and have exclusive perks for our special members with all the gifts that you get. They are in front of you on the screen. We need you now more than ever. Look, the left has Silicon Valley. They have all the money of Silicon Valley, all the money of Hollywood, all the money of Soros and the likes. But America has us. We may not be rich. We may not be able to cut checks in the $3 million and $5 million in one pop, like these Hollywood stars, the Barbara Streisands and all these big stars that write big checks. You know, the Gates, Bill Gates, who can give the Southern Poverty Law Center a $3 million check in one check. We don't have those kinds of donors. But you know what America has? America has people like you and me who can give $10, who can give $20 a month, who can give $50, who can give a one-time gift of $500. We can do that, and we are. And when everyone does a little, together, we accomplish a lot.
You matter. You're not faceless. You're not just a number. You matter. And while you still have your freedoms and you are a citizen of the United States of America, utilize that citizenship, vote, and take action with Act for America today.
Exactly. And I want to give a special thanks to Ken and Vida from Wichita, Kansas, who became members at the $500 level, gold members. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. There's a lot of things we can do with your support. We are recruiting chapter leaders. We are recruiting members. We are recruiting activists. We are now up to 500,000 digital activists, Brent. Digital activists. All you have to do, if you have a cell phone, you can be a digital activist. I mean, honestly, how many hours do you all spend on your cell phone a day? Okay, be honest right now. Scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, playing on those music videos that they, send you, the artificial intelligence on these widgets, so unbelievable. They know what you like, so they give you more videos of the stuff that you like and you look at. So whether you like cooking and you look at recipes, all of a sudden there are 10 recipes for coconut cake that pop up on your screen. Whether you like design or fashion, whether you like lawn mowing, my husband loves watching these people that do the hedging, on their hedges, at the landscaping. All of a sudden, he's got like 10 people that he follows now. All they do is videos of how to cut your lawn, how to hedge your shrubs, etc. So everybody has a cell phone. Everybody is spending time on their iPhones. You can become a digital activist for Act for America by going to actforamerica.org, signing up to receive our emails and action alerts, and checking all our Act Now campaigns. So easy to do. If you become a digital activist, go to the website, actforamerica.org. If you wish to donate, you can either donate on the website by clicking donate on actforamerica.org, or if you wish to do it by phone, the phone call is for donation. The phone number, please call 1-888-999-1928. It's a very easy number, 1-888-999-1928. Makes me remember of that Pizza Hut jingle. Well, I'm not going to say the number, but I still remember that jingle and that phone number that they had 20 years ago. And so I'm not going to say it on the air. We're not talking about pizza, but we are talking about saving our nation. And what better cause, what better way to come together to save America? And we are making a difference. We are passing these bills. We want to give parental rights in all states to be able, with all this money that we are squandering, that the state is squandering on public schools, $11,000 a year per child, and the kids don't even know how to do math. The kids don't even know how to read and write properly, along on the same level with the rest of the world. I think parents would know better what to do with $7,000 for a tuition for education to send their kids to whatever school that they want, no strings attached. And that's the wonderful thing about the Arizona bill that we are pushing, and we are working to pass that bill nationwide as well as a federal level. Go to actforamerica.org, click on Act Now. You will see the parental rights bill. We want to make sure you stand with us and you take action and you share it with everyone you can.
There's excitement about this new 1-888 number. Folks, it's been on your screen, 1-888-999-1928. I was thinking the same thing too. We need a jingle as well. I mean, that's a pretty catchy number, Brigitte. But people, you know, and some of you can hear some of the calls happen in some of our shows. Again, so many ways to connect, to interact, to make a difference. You know, Brigitte, you're just as motivational as a speaker as you are as an activist. Folks, you know what? It's been said about Brigitte. She's raising up a whole new generation of leaders, a lot of inspired female leaders as well. And where do you send your children that are getting a proper education through homeschooling and learning about the true history of our nation, about the Constitution? Send them to Act for America, where they can get educated with our resource page as well. Folks, we're doing so much more than just marching forward and standing together financially. We're educating anyone who will take the time, a little bit of time from TikTok, and devote to enhancing their mind, to growing their intellect and their awareness of what is coming out of Washington, D.C. each and every week. You can go to actforamerica.org, click on get involved, start a chapter, join a chapter. There's a Act in Faith movement as well.
Look, the wonderful thing about what we're doing is we're not only informing people about issues, but we're also giving them something to do. We're giving them action steps to take very easily, under 2 minutes, under 30 seconds, taking action on your cell phone. And we have emails pre-written for you that you can send to your elected officials. We have a social media post that you can post and tag your elected officials. We give you their phone number, and we even give you a script so you can call them. And this is how we are able to pass all these bills. And not only we're passing bills and connecting constituents with their elected officials like that, Brand, but we're also connecting conservatives and activists together, speaking with one voice nationwide. You know, I'm sure you heard that a lot of people say, oh my gosh, when you listen to the left, they all use the same talking points. You know, it's like they all use, it's like a puppet. They repeat the exact same words on multiple channels, the same language, whether you're watching ABC or NBC or MSNBC or CNBC or CNN. They repeat the same talking points, talk, the same words. Because they all coordinate together. What we are doing with Act for America, when these people take action, when patriotic Americans go to our website and take action on our action alerts, when they sign up to get our action alerts, which are free of charge, by the way, when you send letters to your elected officials, all your elected officials are hearing the same language. Finally, we have given a way for conservatives and Republicans and independents who love our country, who believe in our Judeo-Christian values, who believe in our Constitution, who believe in our Bill of Rights, who believe America is exceptional. We're giving you language where you all can speak the same language when you send your emails to your elected officials in different states. So if you live in Virginia and you get our action alerts to take action in Virginia, you'll get the image of and the phone numbers and the emails of all your elected officials. We have the email prepared for you. You send that email to them. That same email language is written to every citizen in every state in the United States. So somebody else who lives in Wyoming or in Montana, when they enter their name, we give them the names of their elected official. Their elected officials in Wyoming and Montana are hearing the exact same language that the elected officials in Virginia heard. So what we are doing is we're giving the conservatives the same language that is crafted strategically to impact policy, that you all can pair it on your social media posts, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Getter, in your emails, in your phone calls to your representative. They're hearing the same language. We are giving you something that you can do that will empower you and impact policy at the same time. And that's why we need you with us. We need you engaged. Those of you who are able to donate and stand with us, we need you. America needs you. Our future generations need you. We are so grateful for your support. And those of you who are unable to support financially, please go take action and sign up to receive our emails and action alerts, because whether you donate or not, you can still take action. We have made it possible through the generosity of others who are watching us right now, who became donors. So you who cannot afford to become a donor at this point to take action. And I want to give a special thanks to our donors who are making this possible. People like Rosemary C. in New York, Elaine C. in North Carolina, Patricia C. in California, Carola N. in California, Don B. in Missouri, Miranda C. in Virginia, Stephen S. in Florida, Alan T. in Minnesota, Earl S. in Massachusetts, Penny B. in South Carolina. It is through the generosity of these amazing people that those who are unable to stand with us financially can still take action. It takes two to tango. It takes two hands to clap. It takes those who are able to give to support the cause and support the tools that we have invested in. So those of you who are patriotic Americans working so hard, but unable to make a donation, either because loss of a job, either because of financial trouble, either because you're working 3 jobs and you can barely afford to take care of your family, we understand. We are going through a very difficult financial time. But I hope those of you who are watching, if my message appealed to you, if you find value in what we are talking about, and if you are able to stand with us financially, please stand with us and support us financially. Help us sow the seed of freedom, of liberty in this country. Help us continue watering that seed so it can grow. You may have donated once, but you're not able to do it again. For those of you who have not donated before, but are watching us, please make a donation, even a one-time donation if you are unable to become a monthly member or a monthly partner. So not only you can support our cause, but you can enable those who are unable to contribute to take action. Look, our people are not rich like the left. The left has all the money. Our people have all the red, white, and blue blood flowing through their vein. They have the patriotism. They have the love of country. They honor our military. They respect our police. They want to stand and preserve America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. We need to stand with them so together we can close the gap on the left, on America haters who want to destroy this country, and we can make a difference for the country.
There's a place for you, folks. Your voice is being heard, and Act for America is mobilizing the nation. Thank you again, Brigitte, for a fantastic news you can act on.
Thank you, and God bless you, and God bless the United States.